Can that ability to ad-lib put a strain on the secondary?
For sure. I mean, wouldn't say a strain, just a attention to detail. So trust the guys up front to do what they're doing, but we just got to stay in coverage all day.
What's this mean to you to run out there on Sunday in this stadium as a starter on this football team?
It means a lot. I've said it many times. This is what I see myself as. So I've become what I've thought about, and I'm just going to keep going. I got a lot of aspirations, a lot of dreams, and it's cool because I've thought about it, and it has become reality. So super excited, and I love it here, and I can't wait to be out there. Hear that crowd go again, and just get this place turned up. Super excited.
Is it does that piggyback on last year with the injury and everything, tie some emotion into it for you?
No, I've always seen myself as a starter, and I'm not gonna overdo it. I'm just gonna go do what I do and try to go bring the guys along with me.
How prepped do you feel like this defense is to kind of unleash all the things you tried to work on?
I think we're pretty dialed. Obviously, it's week 1, so now the full menu of stuff is coming out, so we really got to be dialed into all our calls. We can't forget all of our stuff, but I'm super excited to see how it goes. I know, Coach Camp's going to dial some stuff up, so it's going to be fun.
Is there any uncertainty about what you guys are getting into? Do you feel like you know what to expect from this team, or there's all that newness?
For our stuff or for them?
No, for you guys in terms of what to expect when you getting on the field, right? Because everything's new, there's a lot of new players, a lot of new faces. Do you look at it as we're ready, we're good?
Yeah, this is the stuff we've been running since March, so I think we're ready.
Fan base is excited. Opening day, a lot of people are going to come out and see you guys for the first time. What's your message to the fan base that'll be out here on Sunday?
It's a new brand of football. We're going to be physical. We know that regardless of what we're going to do or how we're going to attack them, we're going to go out there and be physical with those guys, with anybody that we play. So that's going to be our brand of football, and that's what we're going to hang our hat on, just being a physical bunch to go out there and, beat people up.
Appreciate it, Jourdan.
No problem. Yep, you have a good one.
It's a hard handle a 6'4", tall, long wide receiver. What's the challenge there?
You try to get your hands on, disrupt timing, make sure that, Bryce, you disrupt the timing so, the line can get there, D-line can get there. And we got a pretty good D-line to go out there and chase them around. But it's definitely a big challenge, especially when you got a guy that's, mobile like Bryce is and guys that can go up there and get the ball. So it's definitely a big challenge. But, try to get physical with those guys and, throw off some timing. And that's pretty much what they can do. So it's going to be a really good challenge for us.
Do you like when you see a rookie receiver on the other side?
It's different nowadays, man. Those guys come in professionals. And, all of this NIL stuff, they be ready to go out there and perform anytime they go. So they've been professionals since they were in high school. So the spectacle of those guys that are real special in high school, they've been in the limelight since they were little. So it's the same thing, man. Just go out there and prepare for the scheme and things that they like to do. But I don't put too much stock in a guy being a rookie or trying to beat him up or anything like that. Just go and play our physical brand of football like we do, and let the chips fall like that.
Jourdan, how eager are you to get out there in front of the home crowd Sunday?
I'm extremely excited. I'm glad that we got our home opener is our first game. So I'm extremely excited to be a Jag, man, and go out there and show those guys, the fans, that I can go out there and play with the best of them.
What would it mean to you to be named a captain on this team?
It means everything, man. I've been in the league for 9 years now. This is my first time being the captain, official captain. So it means a lot for my peers to go out there and vote me, and the coaching staff to give me that privilege and trust me to go out there and lead these guys, be one of the leaders. And I'm extremely excited to go out there and show them that I'm fully capable of being a leader.
Yeah, I'd say it's a tremendous honor. I was a captain at Notre Dame my last 2 years, and that was one of the greatest honors I could have asked for, and this is up there with that. To get that vote from your teammates and others that have that confidence in you, as a leader, that's all you want, is to be able to lead and to help guys and bring them along. So to know others have that belief in me and to give me the opportunity to help lead this team along with other great dudes who are captains and the guys who aren't captains too. We have a lot of leaders in this locker room, but it's a tremendous honor, yeah.
Was that a goal when you came over here? I know you talked, you wanted to be a leader, but to be a captain as well.
I never really put that specifically in my mind. It was just always be who I am, be the best version of myself, and that was really it. Let everything else happen as it happens. If I wasn't voted captain, I wouldn't have changed how I am or who I am. I would have continued to try to do everything I can to help the team and help lead. So yeah.
What's the role to you? We're in the sea. I mean, does it change anything?
No, I think kind of just like I said, like I have to operate like myself, like the best version of myself all the time, no matter what position you are. The number one goal is always help the Jags win. I'm going to do that no matter what position I am in this locker room.
There's so much talk about you guys feel like you're physical, you accomplish that. What gives you the sense that you have in August going into the year that you're a physical football team?
We've practiced physical, we've played physical, but we have a whole hell of a lot to show up front seven, offense and defense. You know, when you watch football, it's evident who wins the line of scrimmage. A lot of times wins the game. So that's something we have in our minds for sure, is to be that team and not to out-physical you, to out-tough you, and just to continue to do what we're good at. Be ourselves, like I've been saying. Trust our technique and fundamentals. We don't have to be anyone else. We don't have to be superheroes. We just need to be ourselves, and that is plenty, especially with this group that we have.
You chomped at the bit at all for that first game of the season?
Always. Very excited. Very excited to go put everything we've been doing on tape.
Do you kind of have to manage it a little bit because you know it's a long season, not to put too much out there or too much emphasis on just that first game?
It's hard not to, just because you've been focusing on it for a long time. It's always that first one, and I feel like once that first one hits, then you're rolling, and then it's like there's no looking back. You're just in it and you're going. So I don't know if you have to manage it, but it's definitely exciting to be in a Wednesday where I'm like, okay, we got a freaking game this week. Like, let's roll. You know.
You talked about the physicality. Is that pretty much number one on the board circle? That's
number one on the board is, like I said, help the Jags win.
Okay.
And being physical is going to do that for sure. Being the best version of ourselves is going to do that. Being the best unit is going to do that. That's kind of the my top three. Help the Jags win, be the best version of myself, be the best unit we can be. Physicality falls into that for sure, but so many other things do too that we cannot fall short of focusing on, like technique, fundamentals, the mental side of this game as well.
Trevor has given you a lot of credit for this offense and helping learn it and get him comfortable in it. How do you see him from 6 months ago, 5 months ago, whatever that was, to now in this offense and the command of it?
I think I've seen a ton of growth from Trevor. It's been really cool to see. His confidence has grown. He's got he has a great feel for it. He's commanding. He always has been commanding the huddle because of the people it's been, but now he's commanding the offense, and he's owning the scheme, like Liam talks about, owning this playbook, making it his, making sure things are on his plate and he's taking care of them. So it's been very cool to see, and I'm super proud of him, super grateful to be leading with him and have him as our quarterback.
Well, I wanted to ask you the thing about pledging a certain amount per sack by everybody, not just you, by everybody. I know you guys don't need any necessarily more motivation to make plays, but is that a little added kick to the season?
100%. 100%. I think the guys know, and they want to contribute. They want to help for me contribute a lot more. So they're excited about it, and I'm excited to get going, rack it up.
Sorry, when did you tell him at your event? You didn't tell him just yet. So when did you tell the defense that was your time versus?
Well, I didn't tell them, but I just know in their heart they appreciate it.
Did they talk to you about that? And you just got excited?
No, I think I told Trey about it. I think I told Trey and Eric about it, but then everybody else is kind of like, we just get it when we get it, and when they get it. So hopefully we get a lot of sacks. I think Coach has a lot of things dialed up for us, and we'll get things cracking.
Josh, how curious are you to see how this comes together? I mean, Eric and Mason didn't play a lot in August, and Saunders just got here. I mean, there's some unknowns, right?
No, I think no. I'm excited. I think those guys are excited. I think we got a good grasp of how we're going to play this year, what we're expecting up front, and just letting it go. So I think every guy that missed those time and missed training camp a little bit, and Eric's been in the back end. I think he's adjusted really well. Mason's adjusted really well, and those guys understand hey, we know how to play up front, and we're all going to play fast, physical, and aggressive.
Josh, the sack record's you've been creeping. Would you like to go ahead and get it done and over with, and just have it behind you and be that, and just check that off and move on to the next thing?
Yeah. And, I'm, about the sack, man. Obviously, everybody knows how I feel about it. When I play well, playing fast, playing physical, doing what I'm supposed to do, it's going to happen regardless. And I'm gonna obviously be aware of it, but my attention to the details to the next play is more important. I think my guys are gonna help celebrate, but again, got to come back, got to do it again, and at the end of the day, I want to make it hard for Trey because I think he's gonna be up there with me one day.
Was this defense too talented last year to be where it was statistically 31st in the league? And where do you guys want to see immediate growth right out of the gate?
This Sunday, come out. I think again we were very talented, same team. Let's do it. I really can't. Last year was last year. This year, I think we got a lot of good players at a lot of key positions. We got better in a lot of positions. Not saying that they weren't good last year, but they wanted to see an area of improvement, and I think we brought in guys that can compete at a high level and make great depth too. So I'm excited to see those guys play and get going.
Is this a good Is this a good test for you guys? Want to be able to stop the run, be better against the run? Is this a really good test right out of the gate with Hubbard?
Yeah, I think he's a very aggressive runner downhill, likes contact, likes physicality, and this O-line, they predicate on being physical up front, big offensive guys, want to move guys. So it's a big test for us, but if we play our keys and do what we need to do, continue to control the line of scrimmage, we're going to have opportunities to stop the run, get tactical losses, and eventually get sacks and pressures and hurries.
Just how important is it?
Last time you played Carolina, you had 3 sacks, broke single season record. Has that crept into your mind at all this week?
I would lie if I didn't, if I say it didn't. But where I am as a professional, where I am currently right now in my career, man, is to, look at the good, look at the bad, but also stay in between and kind of just see where it is. And that was 2 years ago. 2 years was 2 years ago. I can't try to recreate and relive those memories, but create new ones. And that is by playing play-by-play and knowing what I'm doing when I get out there.
Do you enter every season as motivated as you were the same chip?
Yeah,
or
of course.
Does it feel different every year? And I guess where's that level this year?
I mean, great question. I appreciate you asking that. That's one thing that I think the older you get, the longer you play, that's when you start to feel and lose the, not love, but just why do I play? And for me, man, I keep it on my phone, Defensive Player of the Year. That's a goal that I want to set to achieve. And if I want to achieve that goal, I have to put in the work every single day. There's goals and accolades that I want to achieve, but there's also a lot of team success. I feel like if I play at a high level, that I can help my team achieve that, and that's the ultimate goal at the end of the day. And that what motivates me. I still got a lot of chips that I had growing up and throughout this process that kind of motivates me. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of goals that I need to achieve, and I'm not going to do that if I'm not focused day in and day out.
How important is a fast start to the season?
Very important. Obviously, we don't want to look stupid, or we don't want to look bad. Not trying to say no. You know what I mean? We want to start fast, obviously, but one thing Coach Peterson told us years ago was, play meaningful football in February, December. So it's like, yes, it's how fast you start. You can start super fast, but also die off towards the end. For us, is to, what's the consistency look like? We may lose, and we may play great, but we may lose. As long as we can play consistent at our positions, as a defense, as an offense, as special teams, and be in every game, I think we're going to win more than enough. So once we get later down the road, consistency builds. Where every team's slacking off because they're getting exhausted, they're seeing mundane stuff. We're continue to build is, continue to stay consistent and continue to stay aggressive.